Exercise 5. Where do ants go in winter? Listen to the conversation and fill in the missing information in the notes below. Hi, Tom. Come here. See what I found.
What's up?
There are thousands of ants here.
Yes, I think they are busy taking food home for winter.
It's amazing. Do you know where they go in winter?
Yes, I've just read an article in the newspaper. When winter comes, ants move deep into their nests, where food has been collected. They store it in their special chamber all summer.
How far underground is their storehouse?
Only the top few inches of topsoil freeze. Beneath this layer of frozen soil, life goes on in the colony.
How big is their nest?
The size of their nest varies from just one chamber of a few inches in diameter to vast networks. It can extend 40 feet underground and house a population of up to 10 million ants.
10 million? That's quite a lot.
Yes. You know, in North America, an ant community can consist of 12 or more main nests connected by tunnels. The entire colony can cover an area the size of a tennis court.
So when spring comes, the ants have to work their way out of the nests and begin the task of gathering food for the next winter.
Yes, you are right. They have to do just that. It's fascinating, isn't it? Exercise 6. How crossword puzzles are created. Shirley and Chris are on the train. Listen to their conversation and fill in the missing information in the notes below.
Chris, do you have the time?
Yes, it's 4:15 now.
How long does it take us to get to Edinburgh?
I see there is still an hour to go. We will get there at 5:20.
I see. What shall we do to kill the time?
Shall we play a crossword puzzle?
Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, Chris.
Yes.
Do you know who invented the crossword puzzle and how crossword puzzles are created?
Well, the crossword puzzle was introduced in the Sunday supplement of the New York World newspaper in 1913. It was designed by Arthur Wynne. Mr. Wynne was inspired by Magic Square, a children's word game in which words are arranged vertically and horizontally. Wayne added empty squares and some clues.
So that the player can deduce the words according to the clues.
Yes. By the early 1920s, crossword puzzles were standard features of almost every American newspaper.
Yes, according to a report, many crossword puzzle books have been published since then.
In 1924, 4 crossword puzzle books were on the bestseller lists. Booksellers also experienced phenomenal sales of another type of book, dictionaries. Today, crossword puzzle makers each have their own techniques to challenge the skills of their players.
Right. I know Eugene Waleska is a creator of the New York Times crossword puzzle. He begins with a theme and lists as many words as he can think of that loosely fit the theme.
Yes. Birds, for example, might prompt pigeon-toed, goose-step, and turkey-trot. Then Waleska starts to fill in the grid with the long words first, avoiding words ending in J or beginning with X. He works first in the lower right corner of the grid, since it is harder to find a word that ends with a certain letter. Waleska says that when he started in this business, It took him several days to fit the words into a 15 by 15 square grid. Now, it takes less than an hour.
Let's play it and see how well we do.
Exercise 7. Koala. Listen to the talk and write down the missing information in the notes below.
Good morning, everyone. In today's lecture, I want to look at one of Australia's famous and most loved animals, the koala. The koala is the Australian teddy bear and is the largest member of the phalangers family. The koala looks like a teddy bear. It is 2.5 feet long, with ears seeming as if they were stuck on, beady eyes, and no tail. Its dense, woolly fur is blue-gray in color and was used commercially for fur until koalas were almost exterminated. They are pouched mammals, of course not bears at all, but closely related to the phalangers. Koalas spend most of all their lives in the eucalyptus trees, feeding on their leaves. Their toes are armed with sharp claws, and their fingers are divided into 2 groups. The split in the hand, coming between the index and middle finger, instead of between thumb and fingers as in our hand. The great toe is thumb-like. All of these features aid in climbing. Koalas, although usually slow and deliberate in movement, are able to spring from one upright branch to another with surprising skill. Their babies are carried in the pouch at first. Then it clings to the fur of the mother's back, riding piggyback until it is almost as large as the mother. Koalas become quite tame, and they are great attractions at the various Australian zoos and parks. Exercise 10. Our body systems. Now listen to the talk about our body systems. As you listen, write down the missing information in the notes below.
Our body is a wonderful machine. It has more parts and can do more types of work than any machine in the world. That is why we say that man is the supreme living thing in this world. Well, now let's have a look at our body systems. I'm going to go through them quickly, and then we will have a look at them in detail. Our bodies are made up of several parts: the head, neck, trunk, arms, and legs. These parts are held together by a framework called the skeleton. The skeleton is made up of bones, and it gives the body its shape and form. Bones not only support our bodies, but also help to protect important organs. The skull protects the brain. The ribs protect the lungs and heart. The hips protect part of the food canal. The spine protects the spinal cord. There are different types of bones in our bodies. The main support of the body is the backbone or spine. It is made up of a long row of small bones joined to one another. It is found only in the neck and trunk. The bones of our body are hard, white, and strong. When a bone breaks, new cells begin to grow at the broken ends. More and more new cells are formed until finally the broken ends meet and join together. To find out if a bone is broken, the doctor uses an X-ray machine. This machine can photograph the inside of the body. The photographs it takes are called X-ray photographs. The ribs can be seen clearly from it. There are more than 600 muscles in your body. They make up the flesh that lies between the skin and the skeleton. Muscles can contract and relax. Their contraction and relaxation cause body movements. They also push food through the body and make the blood circulate. Now let's see the nervous system. It is made up of 3 parts: the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. All parts of the body are connected to the brain by nerves. Nerves act like telegraph wires. They carry messages from the different parts of the body to the brain. Then the brain decides on what to do, and it sends messages back to the appropriate parts of the body. This system controls all muscle movement and also controls your senses. So the nervous system is very important because without it, we will not be able to feel, smell, taste, hear, and see. The brain is the most important part of the nervous system. It controls the movements of the body and sends out instructions to all parts of the body.